Alright guys, good morning. Doing another video because as we walk here on this beautiful day here, where's the sun? The sun's behind me. There we go. Today, I think I've come up with a way that will allow me, with my physical disabilities and pain. Hi, I'm David. I'm sorry, let me get that. Taking you guys with me on my uh, journey out of my pity party of 5 years and my chronic pain caused from an accident that I was in, falling off a roof. Used to be a roof inspector, and I messed up my whole thing. I tore my abdominal, fractured my tailbone, broke my tailbone, um, shattered my heel bone, metatarsals, messed up my back, my neck, all this stuff, right? That kind of put me into a pity party. And now I'm getting out of that, trying to improve my health and stuff. So, based off of the my change in planning from, sorry, from my goal of 10%, and I still have that goal at 10% by my birthday, which is in about 6 weeks at the time I'm recording this. I come up with an idea, sort of a takeoff of the evil Russian push-up program that I did, and I'm gonna call it like the Airborne butterfly kicks, from not from crazy butterfly kicks. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, something like that. But it's basically taking what we used to do when I was airborne in the Army, going through jump school, and then in airborne, what we'd have to do, and that was basically we did flutter kicks, thousands upon thousands of butterfly kicks and these flutter kicks. And so, what I'm gonna do is on Monday. I'm going to find my baseline. Now, the issue that you're in the Russian push-up program, the evil Russian push-up program. The difference is on Monday you take your baseline of your max, and then each day, every hour, every half an hour, every 45 minutes, it changes. You would do a percentage of that, your max, and then the second week you redo your baseline, and then you do this percentage of that every hour, all the way down to every 15 minutes or so. And it really builds muscle mass and builds muscle. Now I want to trim down the visceral fat in my abdominal region. So the butterfly kicks is going to build my lower abs. And I'm going to do on Monday my base line, and then now my base is, I already know I can do 3 sets of 110, 120 of these butterfly kicks. So it's going to take more time doing this than it would be like the push-ups. That's okay. I'm pretty much retired, so it's not like I have to work. This isn't going to be feasible for a lot of people, and I'm going to modify it as I go, because I have to be careful, because it is extremely painful for me to lay down on the floor to do these things. So sometimes I do them in a chair, and I lean back in the chair, or I put one of those, we have a couple of outdoor chairs in our patio, and I'll take those thick cushions and put them down on the ground. And I got to figure out a way on how to do this so that it won't, the timing will change with the hour and half an hour and things like that, but I have to modify it because I'm not bringing a big old square seat cushion with me when I go out and about downtown. Can you imagine me going to Walmart and throwing my cushion down on the ground in the middle of the store, doing butterfly kicks when my alarm goes off. So I have to find a workaround with that. But the idea is the concept of just continually uh, stressing, relaxing, and stressing um, my abdominal muscles. Now, your abdominal muscles are pretty strong, so it's not like you can't do this to like a bicep curl version. No, you end up probably ripping something or something, especially if you're over 40, like me, just slightly over 40, 58. You guys know that. I say that enough. Um, so, and don't forget to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Uh, it's hot out. It's getting hot in here. Anyway, so I've got to figure out a way to do another version. It's not going to be that exactly where everywhere. I've got to see how I can do it. But I am going to go a little loco with butterfly kicks. And I can't do crunches because my back is too messed up for crunches. It's too painful for me. So I'll do these different forms of leg lifts and butterfly kicks and flutter kicks and side kicks and things like this. But I want to like almost where you're doing it all this time, but of course I'm going to do percentages so the body doesn't adapt. It's always under things. So it's like, ooh, I really need to build muscle and burn these fat cells around my muscles so we can keep up with this. And let me know, have you guys tried anything like this? Any of you guys out there have those six-pack abs? Oh yeah, that's pretty common. I think it's only 1% of the population I was reading, or that actually is 10% or under in body fat, or something like that. So the majority of us, we don't have those six-pack abs. I want them because of a couple of things. The first thing is for my health, I need to burn away that visceral fat that's in my gut. See, that thing there. I've come a long way from the jelly roll that I had before. I was just a blob at 242 pounds. At one time I was 257 pounds. No. Yeah, right? So, this heat is, and I'm trying to walk faster, so excuse my huffing and puffing. And it's getting warmer, so I gotta figure out what I'll be able to do, because you don't want to get a heat stroke doing this, but I'll still be doing this. Maybe my body will get used to it. Central Florida living, oh yeah. Anyway, back to where I was at that. So your body is adapted to doing the same routine over. It gets comfortable, and we don't want that, especially when I'm trying to burn off this that's cool, burn off this visceral fat, because this visceral fat is what's aiding in the issues of sending these small LDL particles to my bloodstream and causing the plaque buildup. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist and stuff. Oh my goodness, that was good. Excuse me. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm a mess today, ain't I? And so I'm not giving you advice. I'm not telling you what to do. This is what I am doing. This is as just a representation of how I am trying to work through my goals and the issues that are coming up. Okay? Got that out of the way? You guys know that? So, and all this visceral fat has been linked to all these metabolic issues, these hearts events, they say, and also with vitality and your libido and hormone balance. All this stuff is from this overload of visceral fat and other things, eating the SAD diet, the standard American diet, having all these over-processed foods, seed oils, and that garbage. So I don't recommend doing it. And you have to, it's a well-rounded approach. You need to work on your food that you take in, and you need to work on your body and your mindset as well, so that you can do this. So I'm taking this challenge on in an effort to increase the burn and build my abdominal strength, which I need to do anyway, in a goal. Now, you know, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to go wee all the way home if I don't make it to 10%. But I'm not putting that in my mindset. I rather approach it, if this makes sense, from a mindset of, okay, my parameters have changed, so then now I have to I just got scared by the halfway point in my ears. I got the volume up too loud. But so I have to adapt my plan. It's not that, oh, it's an automatic loss, I give up, I'll throw in the towel, I'm just going to start eating jelly donuts again. No. You can have a change in plan. You can have something come up that affects it, but you just adapt, and then you make changes and see how they go. Like I adapted with my fasting protocol. I started increasing the hours from 36 to 40-hour fast from Sunday to Tuesday. From my 24-hour fast, I'm going to 28 or 30 hours. And then, so I'm also, with my fasting, I'm starting to do a 48-hour fast, and then I'm going to work it into a 72-hour fast. For you guys that are thinking that's a 2-day and 3-day fast, because math is my friend. Anyway, I had trouble. I was like, how many days is that again? And I had to think there for a second. And so, and I know most of you are better than me on that respect, and you guys automatically went to that. But just in case, you know, ow, these bugs. Central Florida, come and live summertime all year round. Anyway, that's what I wanted to go over today as part of how I am adapting to this new information about still having more body fat than I thought I did, and this visceral fat, and what I'm doing to adapt to it. I'll keep you on the progress. Let me know if you made it this far. That's awesome. And let me know what you guys are doing down in the comments. And then also let me know if you want me to do a series on the exercises, what they look like a time-lapse thing or something. I'll probably do that. I thank you. You guys have a blessed day.